Hey guys, Sam from Manfa's Makes. Thanks for coming back and checking me out once again, and hello to any newbies. My numbers are steadily growing and all I can do is thank each and every one of you because it is you guys that makes me grow and it's you guys that makes my channel what it is. So why are we here today? Well, I will tell you. Last weekend we finished reading The Wonderful Wizard of Oz by Frank L. Baum. This one here. And I said that I would draw the winner of the hidden secret giveaway that was inside the videos of chapters 9 and 10. So just a quick recap, you will win the very book that I read from, which is this one here. It will be yours to own and keep. And along with that, there are 2 skeins of yarn, one being the Karen Simply Soft Party. And it is really super lovely, super sparkly, and the thread, the sparkle going through it is pink, gold and blue and silver. So there's this one. The specifications on this one is that it's called Silver Sparkle. It is a medium number 4 or an Aran weight if you're in the UK. Recommends a 5mm knitting needle, 5mm crochet hook. It says machine washable and dryable, 99% acrylic, 1% metallic. It's a 3 ounce or 85 gram ball, and there are 164 yards or 150 meters inside. And anything else made in Turkey. So you will be getting one of these. Now this is to symbolize these silver slippers that Dorothy gets when she kills the witch. And as you all know, in the movie, it is portrayed that she wears ruby slippers, but we are going to keep in theme with the book and we are going to go for the silver slippers. So there is one full skein of this one. And I am also throwing in a denim ombre cotton yarn with various shades of blue and white. It is 100% cotton and it's 155 meters. This is the Devanti Finest collection. You can only get this here in the UK from a store called Hobbycraft. And there really is no other information to give you. It is a very basic label, and this is to symbolize the blue and white gingham dress that Dorothy wears in the movie. So we get one skein from the book and one skein from the movie. So you get these 2 skeins. Let's wait for the camera to refocus. Hello, production. Focus on me. Nope, super blurry. Come on. Obviously wants me to be blurry for the whole video. There we go. So the 2 skeins of yarn and the book that I actually read from. The winner, please do let me know when you email me to claim your prize whether you want me to write a note inside of the front cover of the book or whether you would prefer a note on paper, and so that the book is kept entirely undefaced, I suppose. It's entirely up to you. I will either write in the book or I will write you a note. So yes, you will get this book and these 2 skeins of yarn. I did say that I would do the random YouTube comment picker, but we all know that Sam's useless at technology. And you guessed it, haven't been able to figure it out. So I have reverted back to putting names in a pot, and I will shake them up and randomly pull a name. What you had to do to win this competition was to write the line "follow the yellow brick road" in your comment on that video. There were only 7 entries, and just to show you, I have the 7 entries in here all ready to go, and I am going to put the lid on and give it a good old shake, and I will let you know who is the lucky winner. The book and the skeins of yarn are the main prize, but you know me by now, there might be some lovely little extras thrown in as well, and I will send it wherever you live, whether it's UK or not. So yes, let's shaky. And let's see who the lucky winner is. So what I'm going to do is I am going to open the lids. There we go. And I am going to close my eyes and I am randomly going to pick someone. Let's go for this one because it jumped into my hand. So the lucky winner of this little prize is, oopsie, Linda Pollards. Sorry if I've said your surname wrong, Linda, but there you go. That is your name that I pulled from the tub. And what I need you to do is I need you to find my email either in the bottom of this video or in my about page and say, hi Sam, I won the Wizard of Oz giveaway. Please may I claim my prize? Here is my address and telephone number, because I need that for customs forms if you're outside of the UK, and I will get that all bagged up and shipped to you as soon as possible. It is at the moment of this recording the 11th of May 2022, but I am unsure when this video is going to air, so in the interests of giving you some time, let's just get my calendar up. I am going to give you until Friday the 20th of May 2022 to have sent me that email, and then when I have received it and it has been confirmed that you have claimed your prize, I will get it shipped as soon as possible. If you do not claim by the 20th of May, Linda, then unfortunately I am going to have to redraw a second name, because as you can imagine, I would like to get it out to the lucky winner as soon as possible. So Linda, congratulations, you won, and I will get it to you as soon as I have heard from you. Thank you so much for listening to me read to you. Thank you so much for commenting and entering. I really do appreciate it. So that is the first part of this video, but I am going to now start reading our new book. So again, in another video of Happy Mail that I received from the beautiful Jennifer over at Froggywentaknitting, she had gifted me with a beautiful, beautiful set of books, 2 lovely books, and I asked you, my viewers, which book you would prefer me to read next, because beautiful books like that do not deserve to be sat on a shelf gathering dust. They deserve to be shared and loved among as many people as possible. So your choices were Grimm's Complete Fairy Tales or Alice in Wonderland. And I have tallied up the votes, and the winner of that vote is, dun dun dun, Grimm's Complete Fairy Tales. So we are going to start reading this book right now. Are you guys ready? There are a lot of stories, a lot of fairy tales, but I am going to do 1, possibly 2 a time, depending on how long they are and how long these videos are to record. But we will make our way through all these fabulous stories, legends and tales, and hopefully you guys will enjoy it along the way. So just another quick look at the book. Isn't it so beautiful? With all that foil inside the engraving, the golden gilded sides of the book, and the fancy red little bookkeeper there, bookmark. The inside cover has this beautiful illustration of an owl. It's absolutely gorgeous. Now, because of copyright rules, I cannot read you the introduction, as that is, you know, owned by Canterbury Classics, who have published this book. So I cannot read you the introduction, but I can show you that those are the Brothers Grimm, and they are the authors and creators of these wonderful tales. And yes, so let's skip the introduction. And our first tale is The Frog King or Iron Henry. I do not know this tale, so I will enjoy it, hopefully, as much as you guys will. So, if you are ready, The Frog King or Iron Henry. In old times, when wishing still helped one, there lived a king whose daughters were all beautiful, but the youngest was so beautiful that the sun itself, which has seen so much, was astonished whenever it shone in her face. Close by the king's castle lay a great dark forest, and under an old lime tree in the forest was a well, and when the day was very warm, the king's child went out into the forest and sat down by the side of the cool fountain, and when she was bored she took a golden ball and threw it up on high and caught it, and this ball was her favourite plaything. Now it so happened that on one occasion the princess's golden ball did not fall into the little hand which she was holding up for it, but onto the ground beyond, and rolled straight into the water. The king's daughter followed it with her eyes, but it vanished, and the well was deep, so deep that the bottom could not be seen. At this she began to cry, and cried louder and louder, and could not be comforted. And as she thus lamented, someone said to her, "What ails you, king's daughter? Your tears would melt a heart of stone." She looked round to the side from where the voice came, and saw a frog stretching forth its thick, ugly head from the water. "Ah! Old water splasher, is it you?" she said. "I am weeping for my golden ball, which has fallen into the well." "Be quiet and do not weep," answered the frog. "I can help you. But what will you give me if I bring your plaything up again?" "Whatever you will have, dear frog," said she. "My clothes, my pearls and jewels, and even the golden crown which I am wearing." The frog answered, "I do not care for your clothes, your pearls and jewels, or your golden crown, but if you will love me and let me be your companion and playmate, and sit by you at your little table, and eat off your little golden plate, and drink out of your little cup, and sleep in your little bed, if you will promise me this, I will go down below and bring your golden ball up again." "Oh, yes," she said, "I promise you all you wish, if you will but bring me back my ball again." She, however, thought, "How the silly frog does talk. He lives in the water with the other frogs and croaks, and can be no companion to any human being." But the frog, when he had received this promise, put his head into the water and sank down, and in a short while came swimming up again with the ball in his mouth, and threw it on the grass. The king's daughter was delighted to see her pretty plaything once more, and picked it up and ran away with it. "Wait, wait," said the frog, "take me with you. I can't run as you can." But what did it avail him to scream his croak croak after her as loudly as he could? She did not listen to it, but ran home and soon forgot the poor frog, who was forced to go back into his well again. The next day, when she had seated herself at table with the king and all the courtiers, and was eating from her little golden plate, something came creeping splish splash up the marble staircase, and when it had got to the top, it knocked at the door and cried, "Princess, youngest princess, open the door for me." She ran to see who was outside, but when she opened the door, there sat the frog in front of it. Then she slammed the door in great haste, sat down to dinner again, and was quite frightened. The king saw plainly that her heart was beating violently, and said, "My child, what are you so afraid of? Is there perchance a giant outside who wants to carry you away?" "Ah, no," replied she, "it is no giant, but a disgusting frog." "What does a frog want with you?" "Ah, dear father, yesterday as I was in the forest sitting by the well, playing, my golden ball fell into the water. And because I cried so, the frog brought it out again for me, and because he so insisted, I promised him he should be my companion, but I never thought he would be able to come out of his water, and now he is outside there and wants to come in to me." In the meantime, it knocked a second time and cried, "Princess, young princess, open the door for me. Do you not know what you said to me yesterday by the cool waters of the fountain? Princess, youngest princess, open the door for me." Then said the king, "That which you have promised you must perform. Go and let him in." She went and opened the door, and the frog hopped in and followed her step by step to her chair. There he sat and cried, "Lift me up beside you." She delayed until at last the king commanded her to do it. When the frog was once on the chair, he wanted to be on the table, and when he was on the table, he said, "Now push your little golden plate nearer to me, that we may eat together." She did this, but it was easy to see that she did not do it willingly. The frog enjoyed what he ate, but almost every mouthful she took choked her. At length he said, "I have eaten and am satisfied. Now I am tired. Carry me into your little room and make your little silken bed ready, and we will both lie down and go to sleep." The king's daughter began to cry, for she was afraid of the cold frog, which she did not like to touch, and which was now to sleep in her pretty clean little bed. But the king grew angry and said, "He who helped you when you were in trouble ought not be despised by you afterwards." So she took hold of the frog with 2 fingers, carried him upstairs and put him in a corner. But when she was in bed, he crept to her and said, "I am tired. I want to sleep as well as you. Lift me up, or I will tell your father." Then she was terribly angry and took him up and threw him with all her might against the wall. "Now you will be quiet, odious frog," said she. But when he fell down, he was no frog, but a king's son with beautiful kind eyes. And it came to pass that with her father's consent he became her dear companion and husband. He told her how he had been bewitched by a wicked witch, and how no one could have delivered him from the well but herself, and that tomorrow they would go together into his kingdom. They then went to sleep, and next morning when the sun awoke them, a carriage came driving up with 8 white horses, which had white ostrich feathers on their heads, and were harnessed with golden chains, and behind stood the young king's servant, Faithful Henry. Faithful Henry had been so unhappy when his master was changed into a frog that he had caused 3 iron bands to be laid around his heart, lest it should burst with grief and sadness. The carriage was to conduct the young king into his kingdom. Faithful Henry helped them both in, and placed himself behind again, and was full of joy because of this deliverance. And when they had driven a part of the way, the king's son heard a cracking behind him as if something had broken. So he turned round and cried, "Henry, the carriage is breaking." "No, master, it is not the carriage. It is a band from my heart, which was put there in my great pain when you were a frog and imprisoned in the well." Again and once again, while they were on their way, something cracked, and each time the king's son thought the carriage was breaking, but it was only the bands which were springing from the heart of Faithful Henry, because his master was set free and was happy. And there we go, that's the first tale in Grimm's Complete Fairy Tales. I hope you enjoyed that. I am going to leave it there for today, because obviously we had the giveaway winner to begin with. But yes, that was an absolutely wonderful tale. And it reminded me, of course, of The Princess and the Frog. But this is obviously the original version. And I absolutely loved it. I hope you did too. I look forward to reading you another story tomorrow. Or whenever it airs. I am going to do Saturday and Sunday as normal. But this week might be a little bit different, because we also have the decider of what myself and Christina over at Bella Uncinetto are going to be making in our next collaboration together. So you might see this in a bit of a higgledy-piggledy order this week, but we will be back to Saturdays and Sundays next week. So whatever the day of the week it is, whatever time of the day it is, thank you so much for coming over and spending some time with me. Thank you for letting me read to you. Linda, I am so happy and pleased that you won my little giveaway. Like I said, you have until the 20th of May to reach out to me via email and give me your address and telephone number. And we will see you in the next one, guys, or on the YouTube streets. So, as I say, stay safe, be kind, look after one another, get some good quality time with your loved ones, and get some good quality crafting time in. I love you all loads, and I will see you very soon. Love you.